Well, first of all, I want to thank our Wolstein Center staff for, again, being able to host a game here. Is a special thing. It's the third, fourth, fifth outing that we've had where I thought our guys led with energy. I want to thank the fans that you guys see behind me. Their support is definitely needed. Northern Kentucky's better than what those percentages show. I thought Deontay Johnson's energy is what we locked arms with, and it was very, very contagious. And it went and flowed through each guy on our team, including the guys that did not play. I just thought our energy was at a high level. We're just looking forward to the game tomorrow. We're going to watch film. But I thought they hurt us. They had us on our heels in the first half with their rebounding. We couldn't keep them off the glass, and that's the difference in the second half. I thought we were able to grab some rebounds. We challenged Trey Gomillion and Torrey Patton, and that's what they did. They came up with some big-time rebounds as well as Jason Woodridge. I thought our guys found the open man against that amoeba zone, which is very difficult to analyze, especially for first-year guys that have seen it for the first time. But we shared the basketball. We got it in some areas that we attempted to get it into, and we were able to execute.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. I don't see anything in the chat. Alec, I know you always got a question.
Yeah, I typed something in the chat, Billy. I was wondering, Coach, how difficult is it and what unique challenges present itself when you're trying to get a team to buy into the one game at a time mantra when they haven't played a ton of collective, meaningful college basketball together?
Well, I think it's very easy for us. We're connected, and that's part of our strength. We're very unselfish. We sacrifice and have been sacrificing for a long time. We started building onto this season as soon as we got word of a pandemic and a shutdown, and we had meetings every day on Zoom. We had office hours on Zoom. We had team functions on Zoom. We had parent meetings on Zoom, and we all wanted to make sure that we locked arms together, and whatever the future was going to throw at us, we would be prepared for it. And I thought our guys, it speaks to the resilience that they have. It speaks to the trust that they have, but also it speaks to the friendships that they have. I think our guys are connected, and no matter what the pandemic or COVID-19 throws at us, our guys are prepared for it, whether it's not practicing or practicing, whether it's driving on a bus last minute or hosting last minute. It's just one of those things where we've prepared for a chaotic season. And in that, our guys, they not only listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth, they're reading the words coming out of my mouth, and it's resonating in their spirits.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Hugh, we'll go with you.
Yes, Coach, first of all, very nice win tonight. I'm just curious, you played 11 players tonight, and 9 of them made baskets from the field. So I'm just curious, what does it mean to you as a head coach, coaching this team, that you have so many guys that you can, give the ball to that can score baskets for you?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's a players-led program. I take their suggestions. I empower them in leadership. I want their input. I ask them about practice plans. I ask these guys about decision-making things. It's not just us and me and the staff. So I want them to be able to navigate those same decisions in the game, and that's what they're doing. Sometimes I'll call a play, but they see something different. I say, okay, go ahead. And at that point, they know what film session will be. It'll either be Coach Gates executing with his play call or their play call. We stat those things because guess what? They don't want each other to fail. If they make a suggestion, they're going to run it that much more crisp because it's their program, it's their call. I'm here as the head coach, CEO, our staff is here to monitor and everything else, but the players are the ones that play, man. They are the ones that make decisions. And I'm just excited that I've learned from a mentor like Leonard Hamilton, George Raveling, and also played for a coach that allowed me to do the same thing as a captain in college for 4 years.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
Chief, we'll go with you.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, Keith?
Aljavon Eichelberger is definitely looking more comfortable with each game. Are you happy with the progress that he's making as you increase his minutes?
Yeah, I mean, Al had, what he have, 7 points and a couple rebounds. But what he did do is turn that ball over it where he tried to make some ill-advised pass. But I got to get him out of his emotion because he was out for a while. He hadn't quite gotten out of his emotion part because he wants to do well. It's a process, and he has to trust that mistakes are going to come with that, and he can't show his emotions on the court. We'll probably make an Aljavon Eichelberger edit in terms of body language and responses so he can see himself because, you know, he's earned the right to make decisions, but he's earned the right to play through mistakes. And we just got to remind him, look, man, nobody's, you know, looking at that, but you got to give yourself some grace and not be so hard on yourself. You're going to make mistakes, but stop trying to be perfect.
Thank you.
All right, Alec.
Yeah, Coach, if you could just speak a little bit to the importance of the team's work off the floor in the classroom. I know you guys had the second best overall team GPA in program history for the fall semester.
Yep.
Could you just speak a little bit to the importance of that for you guys?
Well, the importance is this. At the beginning, we got 8 core values: friendship, love, accountability, trust, discipline, unselfishness, enthusiasm, and toughness. But we also try to build our program on 3 C's. We want to build champions in the classroom, on the court, and in the community. Now, those 3 areas, we don't want any deviation of effort or enthusiasm. We don't want no distinction of differences. So if a guy is going 110 miles per hour in individual workouts on the court, I expect the same in the classroom. I expect the same reaction if they face a difficult moment or paper. I want them to build resiliency. I want them to be able to take it face to face, lift your chin, set your shoulders, and take a brace. That's what I want them to do. And ultimately, community service. I don't want them to ever think that that time in the day belongs to them. They have to give before they receive. So we spent a lot of time reading to young people, popping in on their classes on Zoom, having question and answers, just because we know we're not in this alone. The COVID and quarantine has impacted everyone. And I want these guys to be able to see that, navigate it, but also I want these guys to be able to share it, share those moments, share those stories. And then lastly, the guys got to continue to give to those that are in the hospital. And that's what we did over the holiday break. We wanted to spend some time with families, whether it's cancer patients, whether it's COVID patients. We wanted to spend time with people and uplift their spirits during this season. But ultimately, we wanted to see and give of ourselves. And once you're able to perfect those things, all of those behaviors, every single one of them, if you had a definition, it spills onto the court. And those are behaviors where it's all coexisting.
Thank you, Coach.
No problem.
Tom.
Yeah, Coach, I think his name is Ward, came in really hot for an NKU. Did you put any emphasis on shutting him down? Because he really struggled today.
Well, I think it's a group effort, a program. Not one guy stops another. I think our team defense our guys were in the right spots. They read the scouting reports. They know the tendencies. And no different than I expect them to be students in the classroom, they build that muscle memory in the classroom. So if they prepare for a test, they're preparing for a scouting report. There shouldn't be any deviation in that because it's all the same. You're going to have one situation where you're able to exhibit what you've learned, final exam or a pop quiz. College basketball is nothing but a pop quiz to a scouting report, and our guys definitely passed that today. We got to do a better job on them tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to be attacking the basket, trying to score the ball and things like that. We got to make sure we're in the right positions like we were today. That's a great question, Tom.
Anyone else for Coach?
Well, thank you, guys. Go Vikes. See you tomorrow.